Everyone, this is Paul here from Elite Awarding. Just thought I would give a quick demo of the workshops that we've been talking about on LinkedIn. This is our website, and this is where our dashboard is with a lot of our toolkits, our apprenticeship toolkits. And we've decided to use lockdown positively and create some workshops. The workshops will be utilised by apprentices, and this is why I've decided to do the demonstration on my phone, because we want to put real help at the fingertips of apprentices for EPA, but also tutors might access this as well, just to brush up on subject specific knowledge, grading elements and how they apply. So when you click on workshops, we will have 8 workshops across the 2 standards by the end of July. I will click on the volunteer one because this is the one I've been involved in. So the apprentice will click on start, and they could look at, this is what the course will cover. So it'll cover the workshop will cover definition of volunteering, why it's important in community sport, how to engage volunteers and individualised programmes, because that's part of the EPA elements, benefits, rewards and motivations. So an apprentice will be expected to have an understanding of this. For this standard, leadership, how they've showcased leadership skills, and elements on measuring impact. So the apprentice, a lot of those words would be new to some apprentices, so it's a great way of them learning key terminology, but also giving you the chance to actually discuss grading criteria. So S4, they've got to be able to work collaboratively as part of clubs, involve volunteers in festivals and such and so forth. They've got to be able to create rewarding opportunities for volunteers and work in the team on an event or festival. And for K9, be able to link this with a national event as well, so have some sort of understanding of how that works when it comes to EPA. So each of the workshops will have the pass criteria broken down and also the distinction criteria. So really, the apprentice will know that they'd be expected to give clear examples of working with customers when they're working on events or festivals, i.e. a football tournament or a sports day, or a fun festival. And then demonstrate the ability to work and produce rewarding opportunities. So again, how they can create rewarding opportunities for volunteers. That's still part of the pass, and then you've got the distinctions there. So they've got to be able to show leadership qualities and where they've engaged and created sort of real individualised programs for volunteers. So it will break that down. You've got a bit of background here, definition of a volunteer, what that is, why it's important, access to some further reading. That's from Sport England there, and a little bit about Sport England's strategy. There we'll talk about how to create opportunities for volunteers in different phases, so they can click through and learn about different elements that need to be in place there and how they engage with volunteers. Benefits and rewards, some video content there that talks about some of the rewards when people do volunteer. Some leadership elements, so things they can do to show leadership when working with volunteers. Again, some specific documents there that they could utilise in order to sort of get ready for EPA and when working on festivals. A little bit of information about social impact and social action, and some examples of what they could do in order to show those things. And then at the end of all the workshops, there's a quiz. The apprentice would need 80% to complete it, and then once completed, it helps them be ready and understand some